Hello, Comics People! Ako si Mel Kasipit and welcome to Indie Comics Podcast Live. Today is a special day because we are going to speak mostly in English. We have a special guest from San Jose, not California, but Bulacan. Uh, we have here, and I also have here Sir Ian Velasquez, my co-teacher at National University Manila. Hello, Sir Ian.
Hello, Mel. Hello, Cruz. Hello.
Okay.
Good
Hello.
And
afternoon.
yeah, and also our special guest, Mr. Cruz Rodriguez.
Hey
Yan.
everyone, how's
Welcome,
it going?
yes, welcome to the show, Cruz.
Thank
Hello,
Uh,
you.
Cruz.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Mel.
okay,
Thank you.
so before we start, can you introduce us, our listeners and viewers, and tell us about how you first got into comics?
Well, so when I first got into comics, I was actually inspired by my father. Um, he's actually out in the US right now and my mother as well. But yeah, my father growing up, him and his brother were actually collecting comic books and I mean what I would always hear my dad talking about Silver Surfer and Ghost Rider and all that stuff. And I didn't even know what that was. I was just too small for that. And years later I actually opened up some box and I guess it was their childhood box, some of their comics, and I just landed on like a Conan the Barbarian and um, I think Vampirilla, and yeah, I'd say as much as I watched Batman, I wasn't um, too much into the character. I know a lot of people are
Mm-hmm.
gonna be offended when I say that, but I wasn't too much into Batman, but more Superman and just yeah, I honestly I couldn't really say I'm on one particular hero. I'm really inspired by all heroes. So you're if somebody asks me like who's your inspiration for art or writing, I really don't have one. I'm really
Mm.
inspired by just everybody's works and how their different styles and how it fits a story really well. So
Oh, okay. So,
mhm.
Yeah.
before Soul Jeepney, before we talk about Soul Jeepney, what kind of creative projects have you worked on before?
What's what's really crazy about that is this is literally I haven't written anything my whole life. Um I haven't done any projects to be honest with you, and just I've been here since I've had this idea since 2023. And like at first this character was supposed to be this Lolo and his jeepney just passing out was it Tahoe, and I was just like, no, that's not that good. So maybe over a year, I say like I really transformed this character into more of like something that really inspired me, like the Philippines. You have like the Filipino creatures like the Tigbalang and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. And I really wanted this character to be really supernatural and darker and not so, and it's brand new. But yeah, like I've never done anything in my I mean I've never written anything in my life, but this project, this character, these characters really inspired me to keep pushing forward because I think they got a chance,
Yeah,
you know.
actually, yeah, Sir Ian Velasquez is also one of the
Yes,
creators.
Cruz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first time creators when he created
Yeah.
the new DI 13.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how did you two meet and how did you know each other?
I want to tell me.
But Cruz and I met when during, I believe, at Comic Con Grande last year, right? In
Yeah.
2024. Yeah, he was going around the convention, and then he passed the Kenko's 95th anniversary exhibit, and we
Mm,
had
okay.
we, we had a very good conversation, Cruz and I, and we talk about Cruz, right? We talk about Philippine comics, right?
Yeah, Philippine comics and honestly like uh what what Tony Velasquez did, like that style, it's so I'm into vintage stuff. You'll never find me into modern stuff. I'm sorry. I'm really old school, which I like. I mean, you don't really get that much too often, but I'm not too much on modern heroes.
Mm,
I yeah, I stick to stuff like Popeye the Sailor, but that type of stuff, like what Tony did with King Koi, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. As like as as the art really shifts to this to the new 2025 art, I really always be stuck to that old stuff, and yeah,
Yeah, I'm also fascinated by the old Filipino comics masters. When you compare
yeah,
the artwork of the current generation, nothing against them, but if you compare them to the classic masters of comics from the Philippines, it's like night and day. You know? I mean,
yeah,
the artwork is so alive and very artistic. You can actually like frame it, and everyone will
yes.
admire it.
Yeah, definitely. Like
Um,
I love Nestor Redondo's work. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
his Gagamba? The Gagamba? It's just it's so I just like the style of it, and it looks so simple, but it has like this what is it called from I have the book right here. Um from The Watchmen. Like he has that the luck of Rorschach.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
the you know the thing is I'm like I love that detective style, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I know I said I'm not a Batman fan, but when you put it in like a Sherlock Holmes type of deal, I don't know. I really
Mm-hmm.
dig that. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Now let's talk about the comics that you recently created, Soul Jeepney. For those hearing
sure.
about it for the first time, what is Soul Jeepney about?
So I don't want to give anything away. Well, I'll try not to. But anyways, so Soul Jeepney is about um well a
A
jeepney,
jeepney.
but yeah, a jeepney. But the thing is, for me, I really I wanted to have this story really simple, like as in like a spider bites a Peter Parker, family gets killed, like like Batman and all that stuff. So I was like, I was trying to go for that route. So what happened is this. What really inspired me was the history of the Philippines. You know, you have because my mom's from Leyte and
Mm-hmm.
Tacloban, and like my first time here was like when I was like 9 years old, and I just remember walking past this statue of General MacArthur and all that stuff, and I was like, okay, you kind of up on what you learn. And
Mm-hmm.
for me, I was like, okay, let's have this character, the main character, a World War II hero, like a soldier. So what happens is in like if you see my latest post or you see that there's this soldier that's really getting hazed, which means like, there's other soldiers making fun of him because he smokes cigarettes so much for some reason, but it's a military thing. Some people get, smoke for some reason, they're stressed, they don't want to get killed, that type of deal. But
Mm-hmm.
for me, I wanted that character to be, I want the main character to be named Lolo. So he got his nickname because the sergeant, he's just like, you look, he's like, stop, quit smoking. It's bad for your health, this. And then this soldier, this soldier, Domingo Leite, that's his real name. He
Mm-hmm.
like, you don't see his face, but then you just, the sergeant just starts yelling at him. He's like, for now on, your name's gonna be Lolo. And then like all the cigarette just drops out of his mouth, and you see all the soldiers laughing because, it's.
Cruz,
But
Cruz, not
it's
too
such
much
a simple.
spoilers, Cruz.
Huh? Oh no, it's on the website.
Don't
It's on
feel it.
Facebook. Yeah, it's on the Facebook website. So, yeah, that's Lolo for you.
Mm-hmm.
So is his main name is I for me, I never had a grandfather growing up, on my mother and father's side. So I was like, how about I add a character that I guess I really wanted to make up a grandfather I never had in a way. So I mean, it worked out. I thought it was good, and um, for the Soul Jeepney side, I can't really tell you that. Like, I really want you to dive into that when you read it. But let's just say it actually it makes sense. But I think you guys are really gonna love the heroes.
Yeah.
Because I don't when I created the Wraithful Harrow and Soul Jeepney. Um, I wanted to create something new, but really it's like it's an American style comic book with with a Filipino story, and I think yeah, that's what I've been trying to write about, and
Mm-hmm.
it's so fun. I've never I've never had done a project like this where, I drink like 50 cups of coffee a day. It was really, yeah. I hope to keep writing about this character, and
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah, based on these preview images, the look is really different. Like, um,
Yeah.
can
oh,
you can
Yes,
you
so
guys?
yes.
this, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so this Soul Jeepney, so so there's Soul Jeepney, which is a comic book.
Mm-hmm.
And then for me, I was always inspired by just other cartoons growing up. Like I said, like there was Tom and Jerry, there's Looney Tunes, there's see
Mm-hmm.
this right here, like so, the Joking Jeepney. I really wanted to make like a like a
Comic strip.
cartoony type of, yeah, like a comic strip,
Mhm.
but kind of on par with Soul Jeepney, you know. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, and then from there, I came to, the East, and then I was like, oh wow, look at all these chibis, and then I was like, oh, I wonder if if I wonder if I can make my if I could get somebody to, to draw out my character as chibis, and I found an artist who's really close to me, and she did fantastic. I was like, oh, it's more than I even asked for. So. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of split them all up in a different style. So, but of course, Soul Jeepney, the comic book, is the main one. So, Joking Jeepney will be like a ongoing type
Mm-hmm.
of strip, but yeah.
So is it a
Mel,
spin-off
maybe we
of
could
the?
ask Cruz, the creative people that he's working on Soul Jeepney, right?
Yeah.
Uh, of course, you're the writer, right? And what are your collaborators with Soul
Uh,
Jeepney?
so I was yeah, I wrote the story what a year and a half ago, was it? I
Mm-hmm.
can't tell the time. But so I needed I when I went to Super Manila last year, I was like, I had this idea in my head. I was like, okay, what do I have to do? What's the next big thing? So I was like, okay, let's find an artist, and I was like, there's so many great artists here. It's a Philippine, you can't lie about that. But for me, I needed an artist who specifically like knows the golden era, who knows the silver era, the 1940s and all that stuff. So I was like, it would be, all this new modern art. I was like, it doesn't match what I want. And then all of a sudden I land I meet a friend of mine named Will. Hey Will, how's it going? And he has a brother-in-law, and he introduces me to him, and he's right behind this booth, and it's I meet him, and he's in love. He's in love with, I end up um getting into a long conversation, and he loves Jim Lee. He's
Mm-hmm.
into you know and he loves old classic stuff. And we totally, you know, like it was meant to be. I don't know what to say. But yeah, he did a fantastic job. I mean, yeah, Florentino Cuevas.
Yeah.
You could see him. He does great work. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but I'm really blessed to have met him, and
Mm-hmm.
goodness. But
Yeah.
as you can see, when I created it, like all I had to do, all when you create something, all you have to do is really really pin really get in touch with the character. I mean, like, is there any get super detailed about the character, what is he
Yeah.
wearing, what is this, and yeah, my Florin did fantastic. I mean, everything that was in my head. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't ask for anyone
Mm-hmm.
better,
Yeah.
honestly. So,
What strikes me is the color. Is the comic
Yeah,
book
Mel,
when? Yep.
maybe we'd like to ask.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ian.
Yeah,
Ian.
is Soul Jeepney a ongoing series or is it a mini series? How many issues do you plan to do? Because you're releasing issue number one
so
next
this,
month, right? At Super
yeah,
Manila.
yes. So at Super Manila, I'll be selling 1,000, and yes, I know a lot. Even Ian's. I didn't want to sell them for too much, and I understand this is the Philippines, and I want everybody to own Soul Jeepney, the first issue, because I don't care who you are. I think everybody really needs to know this hero, and Um, I'm selling the first issue for 80 pesos, and I think for the artwork, if you don't like the
Mhm.
story of the art, I mean, oh my goodness, but uh, I saw I was talking so fast, but um. Yeah, it will be an ongoing series. So I actually have issue two already done.
Oh,
So
okay.
so I have it to the point where I honestly I don't know how I came up with this story. I don't. It literally right when it came into my head, I said, "Holy crap!" Like I made this decision where I was like, no, let's try to make no sense of it, like try to push it away. And then I did everything. I'm like, no, I can't. Everything makes sense. And I was like, okay, let's go with it. So I started pushing you. I started pushing, 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 and now the characters are living and breathing. These two characters are, it's crazy. But I have it up to issue seven already. Where after issue seven, I want to take a break. But
Mm-hmm.
this
Issue number
story is
seven.
so, huh?
It's after issue number seven, right?
the,
You're
the thing is
far.
this isn't like a story where because Beach Battle Comics is a company I'm trying to make, and we're really small. I'll be honest, they're super super small, so it will take a while for the issues to come out, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying because this is my first time. I'm learning how to organize everything in a certain way where the audience is like, come on,
Mm-hmm.
man, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to be fair, but at the same time, this it goes to seven, but no, this story I could honestly say could go to 50 issues or even more. Yeah, this comic was actually supposed to be a book, a novel. Like this was supposed to be like maybe like uh, a 400-page book or even more. So I mean, yeah, so I mean
Yeah. Let's
mhm.
yeah. Let's see how it goes. I mean, this
I
is your.
hope.
Mel,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
Mel.
the first issue will come out
Mel.
on Super Manila. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Are you planning to sell merchandise as well, like maybe T-shirts or
Um
other things, or just
so
the comics?
so it'll be at the Super Manila Comic Con. It'll be excuse me. It'll be the posters. I
Mm-hmm.
have four different type of posters. The ones that you're showing right now are three of them. Actually, no, those are okay, except that Soul Jeepney one that's not selling, but the other ones, the comic book, the you know, the cover, and then those other ones are gonna be the posters, and then the Soul Jeepney stickers, and then the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
So it's three things so
Yeah.
far, but
Uh-huh.
um, personally, I'm trying. I really would love a toy line, man. Ugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you have so much to do with the toy industries, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about it, and I mean, I just don't know how it works, and I mean, you could easily see this Wraithful Hero as a Funko Pop, man.
Yeah.
Come
Mm-hmm.
on, you really could, and I would love that. I would love to
Yeah.
do that, but we'll see.
Yeah. It's fairly easy now to
Mel.
come out with a toy line. You just have to look for a toy designer that will sculpt the design, and then you can mass produce it after you have a prototype. But I haven't
For
tried
sure.
it personally. But maybe in the future. I also would like to release a toy line in the future, but not right now.
Yeah.
So can you walk us through your creative process in writing and making Soul Jeepney?
So what's crazy that last page it says Soul Jeepney. It
Mm-hmm.
literally started off with that last page, and I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, it actually started all the way from the end, and then I created this whole story, and then it perfectly matched with the end, and I was like,
Wow.
"Wow." But there was I have like this board up here, and I just bought it, and I don't know. I never knew the process. All I knew is let's try to make it make sense.
Yeah.
So, um, I started. It took me maybe like 2 months to get the
Mm-hmm.
whole thing, but the whole thing was literally just puzzling everything in. That's all you have to do, And um, with this first issue, there was so much. Like I told you, this thing could be huge, and I just try to cram it in this
Mm-hmm.
in the 28-page book. Um, and that's all I could do for it for right now.
Mm-hmm.
But the processing, besides actually like uh organizing and everything, I think like it's just it's hard to say because I don't even know what I was doing. It just happened. Like I never took
Well,
I I so I actually took a class. It was JV's workshop,
oh yeah, JB
and
Tantoco, yeah.
yeah, I took his comic workshop, and he's like, "Why don't you pitch?" I'm like, "Honestly, I just want to learn right now. I have this idea, but I don't know if I'm dreaming or not." So everything I learned about that, I was like, I pitched myself. I'm like, "Wow, it's I'm not dreaming." So it ha helped. JV's workshop really helped a lot
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Oh,
Like,
shout out to
um,
JV. Mm-hmm.
yeah, thanks, JV.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this though, and I'm not gonna lie about this. The first issue does have errors in it. That's why I will be having a reprint maybe around December.
Mm-hmm.
I like I said, the Beach Battle Comics, it's such a small team, and I don't even have like an editor. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, my
Yeah,
wife actually edited for me, and she
right.
did great. You know,
And that happens all the time, especially for first-time comics creators. It
Of course, it's
happened to
yeah,
me. It
okay
happened to Ian.
to have a few errors, right,
Mm-hmm.
Mel?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun, man. Like, but the thing also with the colors, I am actually partially colorblind, so I
Oh,
did
okay.
my best to, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. I did my best to fill in the colors, which were based on like the 1940s colors. You just just drag and drop, and you can
Mm-hmm.
see it right there. It's
Yeah.
nothing magical, but I tried my best with the uh well, my godfather back at home, he actually bought me these glasses for me, which actually helped me see color. So without these, I mean, yeah, thank you so much, Tata. Like,
You're
yeah, I
also the
would have,
you're also the
yeah,
colorist, Cruz, right? So
yeah. So it,
it's like a jeepney signages that you see, right? When the
yeah, so
yeah.
yeah, I'm the colorist, the writer, and the letterer. But yeah, I've never done that before, man. It was
Yeah.
it was a really fun learning experience. It really
Mm-hmm.
was. So
Yeah. Well, as an artist, I can say that the colors
Okay.
really is striking, and it's not in a bad way. It's striking in a good way.
thank
It
you so
draws your
much.
eyes in. Yeah.
I appreciate
So, congratulations to your first comics,
Right now,
Cruz.
it's like a jeepney signage, right? But when you ride the before you ride the jeepney, right? The signages, right? Cubao, Santa
yes.
Mesa.
So exactly, yeah. So I what really bothered me, and my artist actually had to kind of kick me in the head, was for the cover. You see Soul Jeepney, and it's not your normal, like your normal neatly fine printed Spider-Man. It's more of a, it's like I literally did it by hand, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
my artist is like, no, no, do it. So I was like, I'll try it, but and I was like, okay, I dig it, because so I actually started this back when I first started Soul Jeepney. So at first it was what is it? Just this right here, I was like, okay, I want it to be a little like ghostly, and then little Scooby Doo, and then a
Mm-hmm.
little, creepy. And then all of a sudden, I guess it's true, they say third time is charm. And then I was like, you know what, why not have it like a little life driver's plate, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Jeep, so
Yeah.
why not?
Wow. Thank you
Okay.
for sharing us your creative process.
Mel's back, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Since this is your
Mel
first,
left us a few seconds, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So, um, as your first comics, what are the biggest challenges you have faced in creating and publishing this first comics?
So let's just say, like,
Challenges.
I was completely unorganized. Like I said, this was my first time. I had no clue what I was doing. I'd even, you know, I yeah, I had no clue what I was doing. I think I think I picked it up pretty fast, you know. The problems was it was just my first time. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had this story, and I told
Mm-hmm.
myself the whole time, I just want to put out a story. I just want to
Yeah.
put out a book, and then it ends up, oh man, I gotta do. It's not that I have to, but financially, you gotta do it yourself if you know. And I was like, why not? So I
Mm-hmm.
did it, and there were
Yeah.
some pages in the book where you're gonna be like, oh wow, Chris definitely died out on the coloring because yeah, my head exploded. Like, cause I told my artist I did. It's not that I never wanted to hire him. It's the fact that he does a terrific job. That
Mm-hmm.
when if I were to color it, it would just be like hurting his art. And I was like, I can't do that. So you're gonna see some in there that it's not bad, but it could have been better. But that's why in the future,
Mm-hmm.
I will be hiring a colorist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be hiring a colorist, so
Mm-hmm.
so you don't have to, deal with my colorblind butt or anything.
Well, I hope the new colors will adapt your coloring style and make it. I mean, just base the color based on your coloring because this color is. I think it's working for the style of the comics.
Thanks so much. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. Yeah, and
Um.
also the colors, the neon green and the neon pink are also from the signboards of your typical jeepney. So,
Yeah.
not the,
Yeah.
fun fact.
Yeah. Thank you. How did you prepare for the upcoming release at Super Manila Comic Con?
Um, it was a lot of work. But just yeah, because I'm not a I stepped on this. I stepped on like this as I kind of got trapped in certain ways, and I met people. I met some great, fantastic people that are helping me right now, and um I think whenever for me, Comic Odyssey, and I mean it could be JV, and if you really need help with anything, and it was my fault for this. Like I should have just asked. And the thing is, I had so much pride in doing this on myself, where I'm like, it's draining yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, that was my biggest mistake. If you get help, if you need help, don't be, you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
don't be
comics
dumb about.
community. Yeah, the comics community is relatively very friendly. If you ask someone, they'll happily assist you. So
Exactly.
yeah.
That's right. That's right, man.
Yeah, and I just started learning that, when I met Ian, like I just saw this huge smiley face, and I was like, "Hey!" But even before this, I met John Zamar, and he was
Mm-hmm.
fantastic. Like I just yeah, John was actually the first one I met to see how things went in the Philippines, like events and all this stuff, and certain ideas and how to publish all this stuff. But yeah, I met some great people, and yeah, so thanks so much. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. As a new creator, how do you see the Philippine comics community today?
Um, Today, I haven't been here. I mean, I've been here for 3 years, but I've been really off and on with everything. I honestly, I used to be a huge collector, and it got to a point where I'm like, stop. There's nothing wrong with collecting, but I was like, no, you need to stop because I was going overboard with it. But the community, I mean, I think, yeah, the Philippines has so much potential. It really does. It could sprout
Mm-hmm.
at any time you want. And for me, for Soul Jeepney, I want this to be for the Philippines. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
want anybody to. No, this is literally for the Philippines. I'm not. Yeah, I yeah. Like all I could say is the Philippines has so much potential.
Yeah.
It's we're just people. It's just growing, growing,
Mm-hmm.
growing, and you'll never know when somebody just bursts out. So yeah,
Are
yeah,
you
nothing but
yeah
good things.
yeah are you planning to maybe sell this too in the Philippine community or overseas, or you're just going to sell this exclusively here in the Philippines?
Uh, so actually, I actually had comments this morning and what yesterday. They're like, "So what if I can't go to?" I was like, "Oh man, it's the thing is I was never, I don't." I order from Lazada. I order from Shopee. The thing is, like I said, I just wanted to sell a book. I just wanted to, and then it gets to the business side, and I was like, okay, that means I'll, like I said, I think asking for help, like we agreed upon, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Comic Odyssey, or and it would be such a great help just to sell it here in the Philippines, but overseas, because I do plan on visiting my family back home in the US.
Yeah.
Um and they do have Comic Cons out
Mm-hmm.
there, and I actually really was thinking about selling Soul Jeepney out there.
Yeah.
But first I just want the Philippines to really
Yeah.
to dig in and
Mm-hmm.
you know enjoy. But for sure, yeah, overseas.
Okay. Yeah. Good news for the Filipino viewers outside the Philippines. You have a chance to get this book. Okay, let's shout out some of our viewers. Ryan Villegas, shout out from NU Manila, Nationalian, and English fam.
Yeah, Dr. Villegas. Good afternoon. Yeah, he's
Good
also our
afternoon.
co-teacher at LU, Mel, Sir Mel.
Yes. Thank you, Sir Villegas. Uh, RH Kilantang, hi guys. Shout out RH.
Yeah, yeah.
And Arcan Knight, hello everyone. It's a good day when there's another Indie Comics episode. Yes, especially when it's
Woo!
we have here Cruz Rodriguez. Um, okay, where can readers follow your work and get updates about Soul Jeepney after the convention? Maybe they missed it and then they want
So,
to get in touch with you.
some
Yes,
mostly on.
after
Mhm.
Super Manila, where can we find your
Some
Soul Jeepney?
Mostly on Facebook. Yeah, mostly on Facebook. We'll be updating and everything. Yeah, and to those who haven't been messaged yet, we really do apologize. It's been super busy and just trying to get ready for the show. But um,
Mm-hmm.
I know, like I said, a lot of people are asking if I can't go. There will be reprints, but the only thing is, it honestly, the reprint will be better because it will be edited. But I mean, these first thousand, I I've had the chance to really fix everything, but I was like, you know what? This happened in my mind, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
it made sense. I actually had a friend, a brother really, and he I told him to critique me so bad, and he did fantastic at it. And I was like, wow, I missed that. There's a lot of stuff, and even the colors, and
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate what he did. But um yeah, for the first issue, it won't be edited. It'll just be what was running through my mind, and I think it'll be fun to hear the fans and be like, "Why would you do that?" or why would he put that in the story? And I I had my wife, and I had my artist go through it, and I had another person go through it already, and they didn't even they didn't really see anything wrong with it, and that's why
Mm-hmm.
I love my brother. Like, when he edited, he went full throttle on me because he's really a comic fan and all this stuff. But um yeah, I think, I, yeah, for the reprint, it will be edited. I'll keep, as let's just say, if the audience really loves what this character is going for, of course, yeah, I'll do my
Mm-hmm.
best to get it out there no
Yeah.
matter what. So,
One
um,
1,000
Yeah,
copies is a
yeah,
lot
Cruz.
of
We
copies.
look forward. Yeah, yeah, Mel, Mel.
No, sir, Ian, you go ahead.
Yeah, Cruz. We look forward to the first issue on September 6th and 7th, right? So I'll be there on September 6th to support. I'll
yeah,
be there. Yeah.
yes, yep, got a copy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
So I have a question, Cruz and
mhm.
Sir Ian. What was your reaction when you first went to Super Manila? Uh, are you surprised that there is a growing community of comics lovers?
Oh, you could go in.
Uh, the question is for me, right?
Yeah. You and Cruz.
Super Manila.
Mm-hmm.
Cruz. Yeah, Cruz. When you first attended Super Manila, were you surprised?
Uh, I mean, so when I left the US, I actually had I actually I haven't been to a huge Comic Con before, even though I was a fan, and
Mm-hmm.
um before I left to live here in the Philippines, I was like, no, I have to at least to go to one. So I went to Phoenix Comic Con in Arizona,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I was like, wow. I'm like, this is awesome. I got to meet like well, the biggest one is Howard Mackey. Um
Mm-hmm.
and when I say Howard Mackey, I know a lot of people from the audience is like, I told you this Soul Jeepney's Ghost Rider. I'm like, it's not Ghost Rider. It was inspired, yes. It wasn't, I'm not gonna lie. It was inspired by Ghost Rider and two more heroes. But I met Howard Mackey, and I thought, I was like, just the supernatural of the story and of Danny Ketch, and everything really. I guess it was perfect writing about Soul Jeepney because
Mm-hmm.
when I came here, um, there's so much supernatural, like I told you, like, the mythological creatures, and I was like, oh man, time to jump on that. So, I but for the Philippines, yeah, I was surprised, and I was like, you know what, maybe if I take my time and I really really want it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
um, I could I could show what I got, and
Yeah.
it took time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
a year later, I mean, but now it's time to show. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope for the Super Manila Comic Con becomes even bigger, for the
Yeah.
Philippines. Like I said, there's so much talent here. There really is.
Yeah. Definitely. Are there any comics creators, local or international, you'd love to collaborate with in the future?
Local creators.
Um,
Cruz.
local creators. Oh, besides Ian, um, and yourself, a Soul Jeepney with King Koi. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, old school. Uh, Honestly, I would really have to see, because for me right now, I told my artist, and
Mm-hmm.
I told him this straight up. I was like, I know that, and I'm not calling Marvel out or DC or any company that does. I don't agree with doing variant covers. I know people are gonna kill me for this. I don't, because when you start doing variant covers, um, it really depends, because you have variant covers now being put on stories that don't even match this story.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my artist, I'm like, you know what? We won't do variant covers, but I think having posters, and there's a huge our poster ideas. Like, we have a lot of poster ideas are fantastic, and I think it's so important to keep to your character, because I told my artist, starting at the golden age, like 1945, like we see the Wraithful Hero, World War II, you can't, if you force your character to jump into the future too fast, I don't think it really quite fits the character. But just as long as it's a like at a perfect rate, if
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, not in a rush with anything. I really, the story really needs to have its own style, and the style will change, but
Mm-hmm.
slowly, you know, at the best time for it.
Yeah. What about comics, Cruz, that you love so much that you created your own comics? Why do you love the medium of comics uh, compared to maybe movies or videos?
So for comics, it really, I love comics. Of course, like, I love the art, I love the story, but deep down, as a person, I really, it's inspiration is really what really love about the comic. Because a guy in a cape, Superman and all this stuff, man, that's so cool. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I think inspiration is a really huge thing, and I'll tell you this: when I created Soul Jeepney, I never really thought too much into depth about it. I was like, no, it's a hero, dude. But for me, it's about creating a new hero for the Philippines, yes, and for myself. But if you have a hero that could inspire the next generation of jeepney drivers, and you're like, no, I want to do this, you did your job, you know. And it's not, yeah, it's about us adults, but for the kids, for you know, I think that's so important too. Um, and
Yeah.
because jeepney driving, I'll never. It's not that I'll never do it, but you could only imagine, like it's so there's no air conditioning, there's no this, and
Mm-hmm.
to have this character do that in a way where it's really like, wow, who knew this could do this? It's basically a World War II veteran who's
Mm-hmm.
in a jeepney, and
Yeah.
um, and
Yeah.
I could, yeah, you know.
Yeah, jeepney is really such a cultural icon in the Philippines, and it's really sad that the government is trying to phase it out. What can you say about that, Cruz?
They might attack me if I had to say anything, but um, so I'll tell you this. I would like back home, I was always a Harley Davidson rider, and you have your Harley riders, sports bike riders, and it doesn't matter just as long as you're having fun. But like I told you, just like I like my Harleys, I'll always love them back from the 40s and old school vintage, and I think for the Jeepney phase out, I think the safest way is fine, but why can't government? I'm could we add like the old school still with the
Yeah.
with the old
Yeah.
with the new? There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong with
that's
that.
what I'm thinking. They don't have to
Yeah,
redesign it. They just have to improve what's is already existing.
exactly,
Yeah, because
exactly.
tourists are
Yeah,
coming here to the Philippines to just to see jeepneys, and then they're trying to phase it out.
yeah.
They'll only see jeepneys in museums maybe in the future, and it's really sad.
So it's okay, Mel. Let's try to get him back. Huh? I'm just
Yeah, Cruz. Perhaps you could have one of the villains in the future, in your future story. A modernized jeepney, something like that.
ew. I'm just kidding.
A cyborg, a cyborg jeepney, something like that.
Oh yeah. Well, there's so much. It's crazy because I already have a list of heroes and villains, and um, yeah, that's why I said like this story isn't it's about this Soul Jeepney and Wraithful Hero, but then you have Gotham, you have Central City, but for me, I like the Avengers movies because
Mm-hmm.
it's just New York. And
Mm-hmm.
when you just place a real thing in your comic, you're just like, no, this could be real. So I was like, no,
Yeah.
it'll be the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and and I love my villain just as much as I love of Soul Jeepney and Wraithful Hero. Like I'm
Yeah.
really excited for the future for these all these characters and the future characters and all
Mm-hmm.
that. So
As far as I know, there's no existing comics that is centered around a jeepney before. So I think this is the first time that the Philippine comic scene will see this kind of storytelling. Because previously before, are you familiar, Sir Ian, about Devil Car
Yes,
comic
yes, there's
series?
yeah.
Yeah,
So, so
there's a
it's not a jeepney.
yeah,
It's a car,
it's a
right?
car.
yeah,
Similar to I guess Knight Rider or something like that. But it's an evil car before. But this
Mhm.
time it's different. It's based on a jeepney, right? A passenger
Yeah.
jeepney
yeah,
like that.
yeah. Exactly. I mean, I'm not spoiling everything, but it when if you go back to the works that I've been posting up, it's so like I said, I want a simple thing, and it ends up that this Lolo is getting chased by the Japanese. That's where the history comes in. I love the
Mhm.
history and all this stuff, and I wanted it to be real. So it
Mhm.
ends up that this sergeant or this lieutenant is trying to look for these two American pilots that got that got mysteriously, he says that they went MIA,
Mhm.
and the lieutenant. the lieutenant and Lolo start walking on the beach and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden you just hear this big boom, and then this base gets blown up by these Japanese ships, you know. So they start running and running, and then they end up Lolo points out there's this cave up ahead. And
Mm-hmm.
so, you know, the Filipino soldiers are doing their best to protect, you know, the lieutenant, while the lieutenant and Lolo are trying to get a radio call. So all of a sudden, you know, the Japanese kill all the Filipino soldiers, sadly, outside of the cave, and um it ends up that the lieutenant as also dies as well. So now Lolo's on the run. He's like, okay, this is the end, you know. And then all of a sudden, he's just digging for his life, because what else are you supposed to do? Like sit down and wait and get shot? No. Like you're gonna try to dig and try to find a way to get out. And then it ends up that he finds something in this cave, you know, and then it ends up being this glowing pearl, you know, and it's just like, what does this pearl do? So I guess you're gonna have to find out what it does.
Yeah.
So
True spoilers. Remember, don't give.
oh, well, no, no, it says it, but you know, yeah, I put it in the Facebook, but it's okay. It's the best part is how everything connects, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, wow, yeah.
What are you most what are you looking forward to in Super Manila apart from selling your first book? What are you mostly looking forward to?
Honestly, I really, I'm like as a comic person, of course, like handing my comics, you know, I've never sold before, and all that stuff, but really, trying to keep this Soul Jeepney moving, by trying to, like we talked earlier, like opportunities with toy companies, this,
Mm-hmm.
because I really don't want these characters to fade away, because
Mm-hmm.
boy, yeah, it's let's just say opportunities, and of course meeting new artists, and you know, new create everything, like
Mm-hmm.
the whole shebang of it, and um yeah, just
Are, are
everything.
you,
I couldn't be.
yeah, after Super Manila, are you planning to consign the books to local comic stores like maybe Comic Odyssey?
I, I mean, yeah. So me, Rowena, and Sandy, I met a while back, and I had this
Mm-hmm.
idea about this, and you know, I've talked to them, and oh, like Rowena is amazing, and Sandy as well, and if they would like to, you know, of course, like
Yeah, definitely.
that'd be an honor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and also
Yes, they
maybe
would. They're
while
very
you're at it,
helpful to the. Yeah, they're
yeah,
very
while
helpful to
you're
the local indie
Yeah,
community right now.
yeah,
mhm.
exactly.
While you're at it, you can ask them if you can have a book signing on their store, and then yeah, that way you can yeah they'll
Ex ex Yeah, for the reprints. So if the book does sell out, which I'm hoping, you could all,
mhm,
during December, I know Sandy, and I wanted to talk to them about this. I really actually did want to have a signing,
mhm,
because my artist was so busy, and he's been so busy, and I don't blame him, man, because he's a monster in his own way. And I think if me and him had a signing at Comic Odyssey, um, I think, yeah, I that would, go along with the reprints and all that stuff.
mhm. Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yes,
Like, yeah, yeah, of course, I would love that.
yes, yes. Bruce.
I would.
Also, may I also suggest that you do a variant cover for that special signing, so that it would be an incentive, right? It would be an incentive for people to
Uh,
come to the
uh,
book signing, right? Right, sir,
we'll
ma'am?
see. We'll see about variant
Even one
covers. I
even
don't know. I'm
even
not.
one variant, it would be a Comic Odyssey
Exclusive.
exclusive. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, see, you're giving me
That's
ideas.
what I
There you
would do.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
that'd be fun.
if not a variant cover, maybe a special poster for the event.
That's it.
That
Yeah,
would.
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. But no, no, either way, no, no, that's that. Yeah, for sure.
Mhm,
I have so many ideas, and yeah, me and my artists
mhm,
like really kick it off.
mhm.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Speaking of ideas, where do you get those ideas from?
so I Well, so I had a post, and no, it's cool, man. Like I had a post about just creating this, and I just literally like I don't just close my eyes, but I get into this super deep thought, and I was like, I could see for myself, I see Soul Jeepney in like a Marvel type of movie, like so it looks so good, you know, and when I picture something like that, and I and at the time, I was rocking out with Ozzy Osbourne and making it really fit that old school type of, you know, um, era and all that stuff. And everything just fits. Music plays into it. The environment you play in fits into. I mean, um, everything. I don't know how it comes. I think if you're interested in something,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, when I was a collector, I loved everything. But then I was
Mm-hmm.
like, no, there's got to be something that you or me could do and be like,
Mm-hmm.
no, there's got to be something. And I landed on this. I was like, I don't love war. I mean, I love the history. It's
Yeah.
crazy how everything's changed, weapons and all that stuff. And then
Mm-hmm.
and what for me, I was like, what do I see every day? And what do I like taking? And the jeepney really. And when you collab history with history, really, I mean, Shazam, it really um
Yeah.
came out for
Yeah.
me. And it was the history, it was it was history, and just the Philippines in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
there's so many people out here that are always smiling, and it's such a hard life, and
Mm-hmm.
I could never you know s- uh, coming from the US to here, it changes your mind about everything. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm really blessed to to uh to have created this, because I would you would have never seen this created back in the US.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me so far just to be inspired by just the
Mm-hmm.
Filipino people, and just everyday hardworking Filipinos,
Yeah.
so
So, what advice would you give to aspiring comics writers who want to start their own projects? Because I mean, uh, the hardest thing for new creators is to actually start. They have a lots of ideas, but they don't want to put it out because they're too scared to show it. Maybe they'll be judged by other people. But you
Right.
you have this new comics that you will be releasing at Super Manila. So,
yeah.
what advice can you give?
um so I would say, who cares what people say? Like, who really, who cares? Like, just imagine that. Like, for when I think is like a question like that, I think of Hellboy.
Mm-hmm.
You see one of the first designs of Hellboy, and he's like this. It looks so bad, and then who like what? That's why I say for me, it's really important when you take it slow with your character, because it sprouts. It's literally a butterfly. It becomes beautiful in what you want. Yeah, it might
Mm-hmm.
not be what you want in the beginning, but um at the end, and everything connects. So don't hesitate to start off small. Don't,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and yeah, don't ever hesitate. Don't care. Like, if people don't like what you have,
Mm-hmm.
well, you thanks for your money. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what to say, but
Yeah.
yeah, don't, yeah, throw it
Yeah.
out there.
If you do it long enough, you'll find your tribe. Someone's
Mhm.
out there will like your work.
Yeah,
Definitely.
exactly. Yeah. Amen to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's so true.
Finally, why should con goers and comics fans check out Soul Jeepney at Super Manila Comic Con?
I think I think the fans and comic fans just in general, I think they should check out Soul Jeepney, because this is I mean, I haven't read every comic in the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines, or because I don't speak Tagalog much, but I just love the pictures, and I could easily connect how things are. But I think this is a really new story. It doesn't involve um past or present.
Mm-hmm.
This whole all the characters are going to be brand new.
Mm-hmm.
um I mean, the best part is they're going to be related to the Philippines, so
Yeah.
I mean, I think, I think for the future, if that this I'm excited. I'm speechless about it myself. So it's gonna be. I can't wait to keep writing about this, and I hope I have support along the way.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, if you love something brand new, please,
Mm.
brand new, new some and especially involving the Philippines, and yeah, check out Soul Jeepney, and I'll uh I'll keep doing my best I'll type until my fingers bleed. So
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, we look forward to a Soul Jeepney cruise. Sorry, Turtle and cruise. I'm snacking. I'm diabetic, so that's I need to snack
It's okay. It's okay.
during the interviews.
Yeah.
And
So
no
Cruz,
problem.
yeah, one of the things that con goers always ask when they see a comic book is, "Can I give this to my kid?"
Uh,
Yeah,
so
is it enough? Is it
uh,
general audiences, general readers?
I'll be honest with you. So I can't. I grew up in a time where my father like let me watch like Dusk Till Dawn when I was like 10 years old. Or like, I was super young, and I wasn't immature. I wasn't, you know, okay, I could be, but I was mature about things. But for Soul Jeepney, it will be. I could base it off of movie. I could say I watched this 2 days ago, like The Mummy. It's a really
Mm-hmm.
good adventure. It's serious at times. There's death. It's funny. Um, for me as a parent myself, I'd say 18 and over. But yeah, it won't be too excruciating where it's like Saw or something. So I mean, no, yeah, no, no promises. But so far, what I'm seeing in the story is, I think I 18 and up, 18 and up.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I think even for the joking jeepney, there's
Mm-hmm.
jokes. It's not. They're jokes like kind of like Tom and Jerry, where it's like, it's really rude, but it's
Mm-hmm.
funny. But it'll never be like cussing,
Mm-hmm.
I'll try my best to lay off all that stuff. I just try to be more witty about stuff.
Oh,
So
okay. All right.
yeah,
Yeah, thank you very much, Cruz, and congratulations to your new comics. It's really something to create something out of nothing from your idea. So congratulations in
yeah.
publishing your first
Yeah,
comics, and
congratulations,
we,
Cruz.
Thanks so much, Melanie, and like, yeah, I appreciate the both of you. Like,
mhm,
wow, I'm
yeah,
more inspired to keep going on.
hmm,
No,
yeah. So
so.
where can we find you after? I mean, where can people follow you online?
So you could follow me on Facebook. It'll be Soul Jeepney. Um, yeah, it'll be Soul Jeepney on Facebook. You could easily see it's already posted that the driver's plates on there. I mean,
Hmm.
uh, you could follow on Instagram, but most of the time we'll be on Facebook. But yeah,
Yeah,
Facebook Soul
you
Jeepney.
haven't tried TikTok yet. It's really popular
Uh,
with the kids.
oh, I mean, like I
Yeah,
said,
TikTok.
well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
me
totally see. I
personally,
mean,
I don't see myself going to TikTok all the time. Well, I'm
yeah,
a Facebook guy. I'm old.
yeah, that's exactly me too, Mel. Yeah, I can't blame us for that. But yeah, I'll try to reach other platforms. So we'll see how it goes.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks
thank
so
you
much.
very much, Cruz. And Sir Ian, do you have any final words to say? Okay, Ian froze. He's
Oh no!
speechless.
Thanks so much, Ian.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much, Cruz. See you on Super Manila Comic Con, and we'll looking forward to get a copy of your book.
For sure.
Mhm.
Thanks so much, Mel. I'm
Yes,
excited to meet you yourself.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
yes.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
Yes, thank you
All
very much to the
right.
viewers of Indie Comics Podcast. Please like and follow us on Facebook and on YouTube. We have previous episodes all uploaded there. Yeah, Ian.
Okay.
Do you have any final words?
Yeah. Yeah, again, congratulations, Cruz. Again, I'm going to Super Manila. I'll be there the whole day on September 6th. So I'll be there to support Soul Jeepney and go around other local creators. And of course, you have there also international guests, right?
For
So
sure.
there's a lot
Thanks
to
so
look,
much. And yeah,
we'll look forward to Super Manila.
thanks so much. I'll have a copy for both of you. Just stop on by.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very
All
much,
right.
everyone.
Th-
Thank you, Cruz and Ian.
Yeah.
See you again
Thank you,
next
thank you,
Thank
time.
Cruz.
you. Thank you. Take care.